I'm a bit of a weeb, and I tend to watch anime. Not too much, and I don't fantasize about it too much. I typically watch those high school comedy shows. And there's this thing. It either bases the whole show about it. It also helps further some show's plot. The thing is known as 8th grader syndrome. It's a style of teenage mental problem thing. Your brain starts developing and you start having strange thoughts. In not degenerate language, it's known as being an edgy little teenager. Now, typically in the anime, if a character has the 8th grader syndrome, they look like the most humiliatingly badass anime character out there. My game is laggy. And they're like, I'm one with darkness, best fighter out there. I come from another world. I'm the greatest wyvern slayer. In the other world, they call me Dragazol, slayer of demons. And they basically do that for the entirety of the school year, and they get humiliated. This myth group is kind of like that. You get to go around and generally creep people out. And online, you can put on a mask and others will believe in it. You can call yourself an error, you can call yourself God, you can call yourself a girl. Which is often very bad when it comes to online dating. Now when it comes to... Oh no, I end up the... I'll explain it in another game. A funny thing about the Roblox server that I tend to go to get myth people to be able to interview, the server is practically dead. No one gives an absolute darn about new upcoming myths. I look at the group ranks and there's just new upcoming myths, and I'm technically one of them, but I just joined the group so I can be able to look at the wall. I have to roll the ball onto that thing while being chased by this thing. I hope I can escape the high demon lord known as Moloch. I was more using this game as an explanation thing to be able to explain about how myth works. It's like a sudden boss out of nowhere. I am so tired. I mean, it's 9:45 PM, of course I'm tired. I narrate better when I'm at full energy. That's mostly on non-school days. I value my free time a lot. Hooray! I slayed the demon.
Another job well done from the greatest demon slayer of the other world, known as... Oh yeah, I'm the greatest demon slayer out there. Gotta start off my own anime blood. My magic specialist is in darkness. I love darkness. I'm such an edgy, cool kid. I'm the coolest and most edgiest kid out there.
Oh. I broke the ball! Congratulations, you have defeated Moloch. Good grief, what a... Oh, my heart couldn't stop beating! The boss battle, it was so... nerve-wracking. I was at the edge of my seat. It was so... I couldn't stop sweating! So this video only had 4 minutes, so I realized I should just go and interview a myth. I got very lucky. Mr. Laughter.jpg over here sent the link to his game. It's about time I asked the important questions.
How are you? What is this place? Happy Tree!
Welcome to the Church of Smile, where sadness doesn't exist. We give out special medication to our sad clients known as Happy Medicine. The Church of Smile is a place for you and me. Join now. Come to the Church of Smile. This guy's an idiot. I find it better to interview better people. This guy's an idiot.
What is your favorite anime?
You don't seem to be taking people seriously. I won't take you seriously.
No likes, I mean dislikes.
I'll dislike the game. I feel like I suck at YouTube. I play Roblox and I make no kid-related, kid-friendly videos. I somewhat curse and I play a kid's game. I have to find my crowd. And it's gonna be hard to do that. And I don't feel normal for... No one cares about your group! For crying out loud, this guy's an idiot! Most YouTubers, they have to be like tip of the top friendly to be able to actually survive. If some guy makes a joke out of something, that's a very big deal. I find YouTubers and streamers as the densest people alive who go around complimenting everything and having no proper reaction to something unless it's really bad. People wouldn't dare to call this idiot laughter.jpg an idiot. No one would dare to make fun of the entire Roblox myth thing and literally shame everything about it, about both talking about edgy syndrome as well as the fact that acting scary on a kid's game makes you look like an absolute idiot. Honestly, I feel like a total POS when making myth videos. I originally made the interview videos to try and interview myths and make them feel better about themselves, but here I am making fun of everyone. I should probably change my ways before something bad happens. I feel like I've been taking this series to a bit of a bad level. All of this myth shaming and all of this accurate scientific explanation, I think I took it a bit out of control. Sure, some myths are massive pieces of garbage, and sure, there are some myths out there who just want nothing but fame, but that's life. Life has sins. Life has evil parts of the human being, and if you don't watch yourself, you can see those sins eat you up and control you. Take greed, for example. You want money, you want fame, you want everything. You go on to try to be the most famous person out there, try to be the most richest person out there. Of course, you'll fail at it, because you're a dumb person. Among the greedy myths, there are the good myths. During my myth times, I met a very friendly girl while I was touring my game. She seemed to really like my destiny. The fact that small myths should be respected a bit more than the big myths do. And after a bit of protesting, I got over my myth days. After the myth days, I decided I should just enjoy the game for itself, without having to pay and without having to be famous. After I went to a myth convention and did like some kind of trial tutorial of editing thing, I realized with that thing that sponsored the entire VidCon, I realized I could be able to edit my own videos. And that's a thing I've always wanted to do. So I made my first ever video, which was just a play around. That went on until I decided to play my old myth games. And so I was reminded of my bad past and I got a bit serious. Now I realized with this ability to edit and make videos, I could finally do the thing I wanted other people to do to small myths. And so I made a small myth interview video. One person visibly seemed to like that, I seemed to like it a bit too, so I made another one. Reality didn't like that, so they made it so the myths only posted myth group links. That I didn't like, but there was one person who didn't post that many links to their group, and that was Wanderer. He seemed a bit desperate to have players play on his game, so I decided to help him out a bit. I didn't seem to care how pathetically and intimidating he was, but then I got a bit toxic. I'm not sure whether I should say this. I'm not sure whether I've tumbled down the rabbit hole deep enough to say this, but I'm sorry. All the shaming, all the theories, I apologize. This small myth investigation thing got a bit too rowdy, and as the trees grow and as the bees blow, there is one thing you should know. As the sun sets and buns get pressed, I only have one thing to say, and that is I'm sorry.